Chapter 301 Parade just dropped. I don't even want to waste any time. We're just gonna get straight into it. We open with all the masters: Noel, Loki, Lavino, Chris. We even get little cute kitten Charles walking off the field as the Neo Equus League finally comes to a close. And then we see Kaiser. He's looking back. He realizes Ness is following him. Why the hell are you following me? Ness looks blankly. Haven't you had enough? The me you believed in was an illusion. I'm shit. There's no repairing whatever this was. So get lost, shitty Ness. Ness continues to stare at Kaiser blankly. No, even so, I'll stay by your side. Kaiser looks infuriated. Have you lost your mind? I abandoned you and left to go win, but then lost to Yoichi and shamed myself in front of the world. I'm shitty trash, so quit buzzing around a piece of shit like me. And god damn, Kaiser, chill, bro. Why are you screaming like that? You don't gotta be doing all that. Ness does not give a shit though. No, I won't do what you say anymore. You're not shit. You're flesh and blood, like any other human. And Kaiser's taken aback. What the? And Kaiser, he's pulling the Eren Yeager face. Look at him, he's scrunched up. He's like, and we see the fire in Ness's eye. My ego wants me to cast a spell on your broken soul. And we see the final result of the bids for all these professional players. Kaiser at 400 million, god damn, by Real. Lorenzo has 280, Ness at 130, Charles at 110, and Agi at 80. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised Lorenzo got that high, because at least from the game we saw him in, I don't know if I was saying he was doing that much, but you know, it is what it is. I guess pro players are just expected to be paid more, so it makes sense. The intercom comes alive. Those of you who won yourselves a spot in the Neo Equus League's top 23, please go rest in your respective wings. Your next event is tomorrow at 9 AM. Please wear your designated suits and board the shuttle bus. We skip to the Blue Lock bus rolling around, and we got all our boys sitting in their seats, chilling out. We got Shido and Zantetsu. I really kind of like this pairing. I feel like they match up well. We got Hyore and Nanase. Nanase has no idea what the fuck he's doing. Honestly, you could just throw Nanase off the bus. Nobody's gonna give a shit. We got Karuso and Kiora, my two favorite potential men. Then we got Aryu and Nico. You know, I always liked their friendship, especially with the anime, how they expanded on it in the additional times. I feel like these two, they got a nice bond going. We got Chigiri and Reo. Yeah, I know Reo does not give a shit. We got Yukibia trying to talk Kuragame's ears off. Kuragame is actively, like, no shame, he's actively closing his ears with his hands. We got Corona, Raichi. Corona's sitting like L. You know, I got into some heated debates with Corona fans. I'm just gonna say this right here, right now. Corona is trash. He's a trash version of Hyori. Get that through your heads. Of course, we got the GOAT ISAGI Gagamaru with his hair down. Sendo and Aiku. Fukaku and Baru. You know, I kind of like the Fukaku and Baru duo. I don't know why. It just seems fitting to me. Then we got Batra and Atoya. And last, but certainly not least, we got Rin. All by himself. I think I've never worn a proper suit before. It's stylish. And not to say he's struggling. I feel you. Is this how you tie it? And Hyori's telling me like, nah, bro, you fucked up. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Baro's over here. He's talking about, why are the windows blacked out? I can't see outside. Who wants to play Rich Man, Poor Man? Me. I'm bored. Where the heck are we going? And Sendo's tweaking out. Hey, maybe a press conference? TV? A web broadcast, my debut? And Nico, he starts shaking up. I'm getting nervous. And someone randomly says, anybody have some hair wax? And Rin, pulling the classic Atoshi Sai move, has a little eye mask on and is thinking about telling them to shut up. Reo's over here, he's thinking, I know exactly what he's thinking about. We're not gonna say exactly what he's thinking about, because then I'm gonna get like demonetized, but just know that he's definitely thinking about that thing that we all know that he's thinking about. We got Isagi staring at his reflection in the window. Gagamaru knocked the fuck out. Isagi, he's thinking back to when he told Nagi to never stop playing soccer. And he's thinking, that's all I could manage to say to him. I wonder what Reo's thinking. To be honest, I still can't get my feelings sorted over Nagi being gone. And god damn, we get a panel of Isagi aura farming, legs spread out all the way, man spreading to heaven, headset on his neck, tie at the perfect length. Oh my god. Yeah, see, that is an attractive man. That is an attractive man right there. The intercom comes alive. We have arrived, and the players are all excited. Yeah, where are we going? Yeah, what are we doing? And now, Blue Lock's top 3 Neo Equus League players will hold a victory parade. Wait, how do I say that? We'll hold a victory parade in Roppongi, and we see everyone's cheering and going crazy, holding up the Blue Lock towels and scarves. Holy crap, look at these crowds. Are we megastars? And Isagi, he can't believe it. For real? You know, we got chicks speeding over Otoya. Otoya's like, shit, come on in, shawty. And Kurasa is saying, yeah, that shit's not gonna work. Which, you know, low-key, like, who's driving the bus here? I don't think it's Ego or Henri. No, I'm just saying, like, if they have a cool bus driver that got hired, and, you know, they just know how to keep their mouth shut, Otoya, I'm just saying, you could probably go crazy. You could probably do something. And Hiyori's talking about how nuts this is. Yukimiya saying it must be the influence of Blue Lock TV. Bachira is soaking it in completely. Chigiri's telling Kunigami to live a little, but Kunigami's not having any of it. Rin and Shido are oddly calm. You know, Rin, I get it. I'm kind of surprised that Shido doesn't care this much, which I find interesting, because I know Shido's whole philosophy isn't about, like, satisfying others, but more so just, like, living in a way that feels right to him. But I feel like he would love this crowd, so I'm kind of surprised he's not feeling it. But someone who is feeling it is Sendo. He's telling them to follow him on his Instagram, and Aiku's trying to hold him from falling off the bus. And, you know, we got these little introverted crowd. We got Nico, Kiora, Gagamaru. They're all just holding out little peace signs. And Asagi, he's thinking, holy shit, this is totally incredible. We produced this fever. And god damn, look at this insane double shred. Actually, no. You know what? This is such an insane spread. Holy fuck. Okay, we got the number 11 jerseys. That's obviously for Asagi. We got 10. That's for Rin. We got 4. Here, let me do some quick Googling. 4 is Chigiri. And then we got 14. That's Reo. Okay, we got Reo fans in here. I fuck with it. Oh, I see a lone 13. That's for Baro. We got 8. That's for Bachira. And then we had a 9. That was for Otoya. And I think that's it. If you guys catch any other numbers besides the ones I pointed out, let me know. But I think these are the only Blue Lock players that actually have fans. It's kind of funny. And Asagi, he's looking down. This is the world of sports. This is entertainment. This is the power of soccer. Damn, it feels incredible and absolutely terrifying. With one attack, you can become a hero or fall from grace. In this world, you fight for ultimate glory or despair. Asagi's thinking back to all the pivotal moments in his career and Nagi's. And we saw the crowd chanting Asagi's name. Asagi! Asagi! That's why I can't get satisfied until the moment I become the best in the world. And Asagi's hitting the pose of the century. God damn! You know, I fuck with it. I fuck with it crazy. You know, it's kind of basic, but for, you know, for a white boy with no rhythm, you know, I gotta give you props where I can. That's a good ass pose. I will transcend all of this. And we see an image of the World Cup. I won't go back to a world without soccer. And we see a little hand touching a cactus plant. Someone drops their bag. I'm home. As Nagi finally arrives back 50 days until the U20 World Cup. Before you click off, of course, like, comment, subscribe, then you can fuck off if you want. But for those of you that want to stay for the post-chapter discussion, oh man, dude, I have so much to say, I don't even know where to start. The fact that we got to see a celebration, it's such a bittersweet feeling, coming hot off of Nagi getting kicked out. Like, isn't it so ironic to go from this page right here, such an uplifting moment, Asagi raising his fist, to Nagi dropping his bags? Come on, man. Some of my most important thoughts really go back to Kaiser and Ness, because I really enjoy the direction that their characters are going now, because, you know, Ness, he has his ego. Since his awakening in the Bastard vs PXG game, he's kind of standing on his own 10 toes now, and I respect the fuck out of it. But with Kaiser going to Real and Ness staying in Bastard, how are they going to stay together? How is Ness going to cast a spell on his broken soul as he says he will? I'm not sure I get it. Will Kaiser just deny Real's offer? I kind of doubt that, but hey, we'll see. And above all, Asagi thinking about Nagi being gone, it's such a nice thing to see. Part of me really thought that Asagi would be completely understanding of Nagi getting kicked out and would agree with Ego, but I'm kind of enjoying this a lot better, because despite being all about soccer, this still really shows that Asagi is a kind-hearted person that really cares about his friends, and he's even concerned for what Reo's going through. I just think this is a really underrated element of Asagi's character, because people are always trying to focus on, like, oh, look at Demon Asagi, look at Slur Asagi, look at Asagi doing these cool things. Like, you know, he's so much more than that. He's such a bigger character than just those things, and I really appreciate this chapter showcasing that side of him. Seeing the character celebrate, seeing Asagi take it all in, it's something I'm both really happy and conflicted about, not just for the Nagi reason, but because when we go into Asagi's thoughts, he's talking about how it's incredible and terrifying. It's almost a shame to see that, because one would think this is a moment that you work your life for and you take it in completely, but the fact that he can understand that it's terrifying because of how easily he could lose it all, it kind of makes my heart tear a little bit. But Asagi is a very strong-minded person, and the fact that he tells himself not to be satisfied until he becomes the best in the world, it's something I respect deeply about him. It's just that I hope when he does become the best in the world, he truly is able to accept that satisfaction and not just keep delaying his satisfaction until later goals. Part of me feels like he will be able to do that because we've already seen him bask in the glory of being #1 in the Neo Egoist League, so I think he'll be able to get a grip on it, but I just hope hope that his mind doesn't end up breaking from what has happened to Nagi, which I don't think it will. Hey, we never know. As for Nagi, I'm gonna be so for real. The fact that we're getting Nagi's screen time immediately after he got kicked out by himself in his house, and it says 50 days until the U20 World Cup. I'm sorry, bro. Nagi's playing in the World Cup. I don't think it's gonna be for Japan. Probably gonna be for a different team. He's playing for the World Cup. He is. I'm sure whatever this dude's plan is, because if you guys remember, back in chapter 248, this fat dude, Hirotoshi Buratsuta, the glorious man that's on the cover of volume 34, he proposed a plan for the U20 World Cup, and Ray Dark, the president of FIFA, literally said that, alright, I'll listen. So maybe that's something to do with Nagi, maybe it doesn't, I have no idea. I feel like we're gonna find out in the next couple chapters, and I'm really excited to see what happens. And that's about all I have for this video, and if you enjoyed it, once again, I ask you to like, comment, subscribe, because it really, really means the world to me. But hey, that's all I have for now. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.